This is a very interesting proposal. I just wanted to check if the Workers' Party actually made this proposal to the committee back when the consultation was going on.
My understanding was that the committee sent out individual requests for input from the different MPs. And we did give our suggestions to the committee. It was a face-to-face interview.
Did you make the specific proposal on the bonus, the way it should be calculated, the clawbacks and so on? Because it's a very detailed proposal you put forward. So I'm just wondering if you let the committee consider that.
Well, I can't tell you what exactly we proposed to the committee, because that was under the understanding that it was something that was something that we proposed to the committee. It wasn't something that was meant to be public.
Now, we do not feel that we have to give everything to the committee, and this is precisely what the Parliament is here for. The Parliament is the place where we will debate the whole proposal. I'm not sure if Mr. Vikram Nair expects that we are here to just rubber stamp the proposal. I believe the Parliament is where we come up with another proposal to be decided upon.
So what I found most troubling was that a committee was set up in good faith to seriously review the political salaries. Yet it now appears that the opposition has chosen not to share with the committee the ideas they are so passionate. Mr. Yee Jian-jong's response yesterday was illuminating. In essence, the thrust of what he said was that, well, they would share, but there's no need to share that much, because they'd rather table it in Parliament.
Clarify, because I think this impression is being created that just because the Workers' Party, not all the Workers' Party MPs participated in the committee's reports or gave recommendations or suggestions, that somehow we came into Parliament to try and undermine the committee's findings, recommendations and so forth. What I do want to say is at no point do we feel that the committee has been partisan, has been unfair to us, or that they are supporting the government, or they had that conclusion already and they wanted to proceed to provide a report that the government would have rubber-stamped. Not at all.
I'm not sure if Mr. Vikram Nair expects that we are here to just rubber-stamp the proposal. Maybe repeating myself again, but I would just like to put on record that all important points in our proposals were shared. Now, it is, as you can see, the committee itself took a much longer time to come up with their own findings. They have a lot of research to do. Similarly, the Workers' Party itself had to convene our own research, and we had to spend a lot of time to do. So, when we were called to share, we shared whatever we could at that point in time. We did not feel that we had withheld any important information. Now, we do not feel that we have to give everything to the committee.
When the Honourable Mr. Gerald Giam was asked about what he shared with the committee, he declined to say, stating and citing that it was private. There are only two inferences. That is, either the Workers' Party's public position differs from its private position, or that the Workers' Party has changed its position since the report came out. Otherwise, why is there anything to hide? Why keep it private? Then NCMP, the Honourable Mr. Yee, let the cat out of the bag. He made the extraordinary statement that the Workers' Party did not share everything with the committee so that they could raise them in this debate. Today he stands up in the House and says that, oh, it's not that we didn't want to share everything that we had, is that we were in the middle of doing research and we were not ready with all our facts and figures, but we shared what we had. But that is not what he told the House yesterday. I have before me what he wrote, what he told the House, and I quote. He said, "We do not feel that we have to give everything to the committee, and this is precisely what Parliament is here for." And later on he said, "I believe Parliament is where we come up with another proposal to be decided upon." So it's quite clear what the intention was. we had set up, or rather the government has set up an independent committee which took many months to ponder over the proposals, invited feedback from Singaporeans at large, received over 500. The whole purpose was to obtain as broad a feel as possible for the issue and try to come up with the best possible solution, best possible proposal and formula for this, in the interest of Singapore. The Workers' Party decided to hold back some of their proposals, which they say were meaningful, because they wanted to come to the House and announce to everyone they have better ideas. In short, they put their party's interests before Singapore's interests.
Hand on my heart, I know that we did not withhold anything that we knew at that point of time.
Speaker, I don't understand why the Workers' Party could insist on dancing at the end of that needle. Let's go back. When Mr. Giam was first asked, when the Honourable Member Mr. Giam was first asked about this issue, he said he did not want to disclose what he shared because it was private. He considered it private. Why? Is it because that what they shared privately is different from what they disclosed publicly? Is it because what they disclose is different from what the position they are now taking? Why does it have to be private? He's a politician. He serves the public. He should be more transparent. Well, at least he believes in transparency. A statement which many of his colleagues make. Then when Mr. Yee comes up and he tries to defend Mr. Giam, he says, and I again quote, "We do not feel we have to give everything to the committee, and this is precisely what Parliament is here for." And then he says, "I believe Parliament is where we come up with another proposal to be decided on." So it is very clear what their position was. They were not willing to share what they disclosed to the committee or what they shared with the committee, and they wanted to reserve some arguments for Parliament. And the only reason why you want to do that is because you want to come out and say and tell the whole world that I am cleverer because I have a better idea, and let me tell everyone about it. Never mind that months, hours, a lot of resources were spent by Mr. Gerard Yee's committee to put together the best possible package for Singapore. They were playing political games. Today they come and say, well, it's not that they didn't want to share, but they were not ready with the research, they had to reformulate their thoughts and so on and so forth. They are plainly being inconsistent, and they have been called up on that.